You know, Spider-Man 3 really isn't all that bad. Well, now it isn't. Hello, and welcome to My Point of View Movie Reviews. Now, today's review is on the much anticipated movie Venom. Well, this movie was behind the eight ball since the studio announced it way back in the day, talking about Sony. Then it gained a little bit of momentum and energy when Tom Hardy signed on. I'm like, okay, peace. This sounds pretty good. And Tom Hardy's a great actor, and he loves superhero movies. He was Bane in Christopher Nolan's Batman movie. He was supposed to be in Suicide Squad. He's supposed to play the boomerang dude, but the role was kind of small, so he passed on it. And that movie went on to win an Oscar and made a ton of movies. Say what you want to say about Suicide Squad. It made bank and it got an Oscar. So he signed up to do Venom. This movie is getting hatred from all over. A little bit of love, some positive flow, but they're killing this movie. Now, I am not a comic book enthusiast. I don't read comic books. I don't care for them. They're cool, but it's not my type of hype. So I don't know the whole backstory. I know he's related to Spider-Man, in their universe and all that stuff. And Spider-Man, by now, he's not in this movie. Well, Spider-Man couldn't save this movie. It's not terrible in my eyes. If I had to gauge it, I'm going to say it reminds me of the first Ghost Rider. I love Nicolas Cage. I love the actual Ghost Rider character. The movie just was silly. It was childish. And Venom, when Venom, the actual symbiote, whatever you call that damn thing, is on the screen, fan-freaking-tastic. Tom Hardy, he acts his butt off. He got into his role. But the movie surrounded around him and all the characters in the movie didn't come to play. And the story, I don't know if it's weak or not, 'cause I don't read the comics, but it just seemed like ever since X-Men came out in 2000, that set the bar for serious superhero movies. And then Christopher Nolan's Batman took it to the next level. Marvel, to me, is not really serious. The Captain America movies are the most serious ones to me. They're the best out of all the Marvel movies. The movie seems like it's out of date. If this would have came out some years ago, it would have been more acceptable. But right now, comic books are at a level that's so high, you got to reach that bar, baby. You got to reach that bar, and Venom didn't reach that bar, sad to say. Now, it's entertaining. A lot of the special effects are out of this world, fantastic, spectacular. But with every movie, there are some lapses in the special effects. Hell, Infinity War has some bad special effects in some parts of the movie. So let's not go there. No movie is perfect. But Tom Hardy is the best thing about this movie. And then Venom is the second best thing about this movie. And that's pretty much it. I said, if I had to rate this movie, it reminds me of Ghost Rider. And Ghost Rider is a guilty pleasure of mine, I have to admit. But it's not a great superhero movie film. It's just like, an anti-hero. And so it reminds me of that. So, should you see this movie? It's strictly up to you. Don't listen to all the critics, because I'm going to tell you this. Critics wait for moments like this to shine. They can't wait to crap on the movie. They're saying this movie's like Catwoman. They're saying it's like Fantastic Four, the latest one. Look, if you want to listen to them knuckleheads, go right ahead. And then Go see it for yourself and judge it for yourself. But I'm not a comic book nerd, and the movie wasn't great. I'm just telling you how I felt. But you might see it differently. I don't know this character as well as you guys, maybe. So, maybe you can teach me something. With that said, I'm going to go watch Spider-Man 3. And hey, and that's my point of view.